day.
Peak of the week. Peak of the week. I'm always the peak of the week. I can't physically bring myself to say hump day because it just feels negative. Too
It just makes me giggle. It's like a rude word.
Well, yeah.
There's a difference in our psychologies. Like, I think it's really
definitely is a different now psychology. I think of it and I just think, oh, it sounds neggy. And you're thinking it's rudy doodies. She's like, ooh, hump day.
Is it the middle of the weekend? Are you peaking? That's what we want to know.
Or are you humping? Are you peaking or are you humping?
Peaking, exactly.
Let's along the subtext on the bottom.
Oh, so funny. Peak of the week, truth bombs. Yo, yo, yo. Well, we're excited.
Party people.
What is going down? Cheryl and I may have a bit of extra makeup on than usual. You can't tell because StreamYard is the most like unflattering platform. StreamYard filters out. But Cheryl and I are all dressed up and ready to go because one of our fabulous clients, who we've had since about a year into the business, is taking us for lunch today to celebrate becoming a best-selling author, celebrating leaving a toxic corporate environment that paid well but had him stressed out to follow his dream of being a writer. And recently he became a best-selling writer in fiction, which is virtually impossible to do. And he's a best-selling writer. And he's written how many books now, Cheryl?
9. He's just he's bringing us number 8, I think. I feel like number 8 because we always get a signed, personalized copy that he's bringing with us today, which I'm so excited to read. But I think he's just finished number 9.
I have a stack of Owen's books
here. He's got his own shelf in the Goog shelf. He has his own shelf.
Hi, so if you check it out on Amazon, it's OMJ Ryan. And actually, we could probably put the book links here, but he's just amazing. His books are. Cheryl reads a lot of crime and stuff. And when she went to a hotel with one of his books the other year, she actually was terrified, weren't you? Because he's so real how he writes.
I was like, you did not pre-warn me to this. I must have been away doing pranic healing, mustn't I? Because if I wasn't with you or Graham, I must have been there. And I was reading a hotel room, like reading the book, like you did not pre-warn me that this was what was going to happen. I'm literally like crapping myself in the hotel room.
100%. And the thing is that my mum loves Martina Cole. So I gave her like a few of Owen's books for Christmas. And she rang me. She was like, oh my God. OMG, right. Why did you not tell me about these books? I did, I bought you them. She's like, he's better than Martina Cole. And honestly, when we first met Owen, and he's talked about this openly, he's been a guest of ours, he came and he was ready to go back to working and going back to corporate because he was pushing and forcing and wasn't enjoying it. And we're like, just get back into the flow of writing. Trust it's all going to work out. He'd written one book. He was partway through the second book when we met him. And here he is now being paid a full-time salary for his writing, which is amazing. And he gets to be at home and see his little boy grow up and be there for his wife, Kim. And it's just like, it fills our heart. All from one-to-one that we did with him. We were introduced with him and we sat in a pub. Did a one-to-one with him. It was very off the cuff. With his 2-year-old was running around tearing the place up at the time. Had a conversation with him, had a one-to-one, and it changed everything. And he became a client, and I think he probably always will be a client ever since.
But it wasn't even meant to be one-to-one. Helen Truman, thank you forever for doing that. I don't think that's your surname anymore, but you made Barry, but never mind. She was literally like, "Oh, come and meet us. I think you'll get on." It was actually to do an event. She said, meet Owen and Helen, and we'll let's run an event together. That was the intention. The event's still in the making.
Yeah.
I haven't run the event, but then we started working with Owen, and now we've formed a really great friendship and partnership. And 3 best-selling authors going out for lunch together to just celebrate being generally fabulous. I
mean, it's a joy. It's a joy, all from one conversation, because one conversation can change so much. We had a conversation with a client a few months ago, and she basically was feeling quite stuck between a job and a side hustle, and she decided she wanted to go all in on a side hustle. She got really clear on what would have to happen. She got very clear on what, like, financially that looks like, very clear on what that means in terms of daily activity, set the intention that she would generate enough money from that side hustle in order to leave a job because it really wasn't serving her. And I checked in with her the other day how she's doing. She said, I'm now making more money in my 3 days a week side hustle than I was when I was working full time in the stressful management role that I had.
Whoop, whoop.
Giving it to prove to herself that it isn't some kind of fluke. But for the last 3 months, she's consistently earned more money since that conversation. All things are possible when you get intentional with it. And when Cheryl and I have these really powerful conversations with people to help them see what's possible, I had a conversation with a lady yesterday who was like, I want to start my own business, I want to be a coach, and it felt like this when she was saying about how much money. And when we broke it down to like what she actually has to do and how many clients she has to attract a month, it is so doable. It's insane. And she's like, oh my God, I'm thinking it's going to be all this money, all these clients, I've got to do all these lives and have these funnels. And I'm like, no, you just need like 2 clients a month out of the 7 billion people on the planet. It's quite doable. So this is the kind of power that we have in these conversations. And this is why Cheryl and I are doing the Abundance Accelerator one-off one-to-ones with you, because we know the difference that one conversation can make.
Yeah, it's and that example you've just said there about the lady that you spoke to yesterday, again, I come back to what we were saying about yesterday. Like, we spend so much of our lives focusing on what we don't want. We spend so much of our lives saying, well, I don't want to work in this full-time job that I hate. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to be overwhelmed. I don't want to stay where I am. I don't want to, whatever it is. And we're in this fear-based pain lens of the world. And like you say, the thing that we do want feels so overwhelming and big. We don't bother looking towards that because it's too much. We just keep focusing on what we don't want. And when we start to look forward and get clear about what that is that we want to have happen and really get clear about it, that's when we start to do the work, because we have to believe that it's possible for us. We have to start looking forwards, not what we're running away from, to be able to move towards it. And this is what these sessions do, because like you say, you've brought it from looking backwards, saying, oh, I just don't want to be here, to oh my God, I can't even look there because it's too big, to actually it's just this small bite-sized chunks. It's possible. I believe it's possible. So now I'm going to take the steps towards it.
Oh, she's literally like loving life. And she's leaving the job that she's been in for the last 20 years in 3 months' time. And she's like, I was just kind of floundering. Now I know what I need to do. It all feels possible. She's going to do the inner work. She's actually joined our Really Online program just now, Cheryl. So so she's in the program because she understands that the mindset is the work. The mindset is the work. It is the work. Getting past yourself, getting past your procrastination, past your perfectionism, past your comparisonitis. I've had so many DMs from people. One of our clients posted the other night saying, I've had my first one-to-one. It's absolutely blown me away. I'm so clear now what I need to do. And I've had DMs from people going like, what is it you do? It's like, just help you get out your own way. Help you get out of your own way, because to you, your thoughts seem real, which means that your problems seem real. So if it seems real to you, then the chances are that you're not doing anything about it because you just think it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So therefore, you don't actually challenge. You then try and change all the stuff out here in your life that you're not happy with, rather than changing your thinking. And when you start changing your thinking, you literally, everything unfolds, unlocks, becomes accessible, becomes available, and you truly become limitless. And we see it time and time and time and time again with our clients doing exactly this.
So if someone else can do exactly this, and the mindset works for other people, then you, whoever is watching this, it works for you. Nobody's got superpowers. Nobody is super special. Like, this stuff works for everyone, no matter where you're at in life, as long as you are ready and you have a desire and you want to make a change, then it's there waiting for you. You just have to say yes to yourself and to your goals and dreams, and take some inspired action and come and have a conversation, right? And to change your life. Are you ready to change your life? That's the question.
One conversation can change the landscape of everything. And what's amazing is when, some of the Wealth Without the Hustle girls who did these sessions with us, I had a lady come back yesterday who's like, registered a trademark and she's just got this new lease of life. She's literally glowing because she's so clear now. So she's not spent all this energy worrying about all the stuff that's not important. She's laser focused on what she needs to do. And she's got this inner belief now that it's happening. Not it will happen, that it's happening in this now.
I love it.
So that's what's available to you. What's Holly just saying here? When I started to master my mindset, my passions really started coming through and feeling possible for me to take inspired action on. Boom. Yeah. Absolutely. Otherwise, we're just like fish flopping around on the shore. We just need to get really clear, get back in the water, swim.
And if Holly can start to master mindset and she's 24, then whoever you are watching, no matter what age you are, you're never too young, you're never too old, you're never too whatever it is you're telling yourself. It applies to everyone without exception. Everybody.
So we're offering 8 of these sessions because that's how many time sessions we can physically fit in, because we've got a lot of stuff happening over August and September. And we're going to be running the session in September with you on a one-to-one basis. It's the only way you can get a session with us outside of being either in our elite program, which is 15k per year, or in our one-to-one program, which is 40k a year. We don't offer individual standalone sessions if you aren't a client of ours. So this is the way you get to do it. It's 888 for the session, which is half of what, if you average out, it would cost for one-to-one with us to be in our program. That's how much it costs. It's half of that. 8 is the symbol for financial success, abundance, infinite success. So that's why we chose 888 because it's a really, really powerful number in it from a numerology perspective. So get yourself on it. Get on it. The Abundance Accelerator. Who doesn't want to spend an hour with Cheryl and I talking about abundance? So wherever you're at now and you want to unlock that next level of success, if you're feeling stuck or you've plateaued in your business and your life and you're like, I just want to get to that next level and I just don't know how, I keep working harder and I'm still at the same level, it's because you've got a block. Let us help you get clear on what that is. Okay?
Let's get clear, people. Boom. Right.
Have a good day. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.